Yeah, it's the kid. It's the kid. It's the Pekin. It's that boy. We're here for a Sunday hang. I know, guys, it's been a long time since we've done this hangouts, but I feel that it is only apt to do it because there's so much to discuss and stuff that I want to discuss to guys about. I want to look at Mbappe, Neymar, PSG's chances for the future. Ancelotti getting a lot of beef from Bayern because they lost to Hoffenheim. Dembele's debut for Barcelona as well. Reflecting more on Man City, Liverpool, and of course, we look ahead to the Champions League. Champions League is obviously opening up this coming week. So first of all, I want to really just reflect on Mbappe and Neymar. So obviously, at the moment we've got Abdul and Jujuman in the house. I mean, guys, do you have your mics are working there?
Yeah, man. What's up?
Yeah, you do. So basically, this is what I said in my assessment is that, first of all, Emery is a clown and I don't trust him with PSG. And I think you'd be pretty stupid or thick in the head to believe that PSG will win the Champions League straight off with a guy like Emery. Because if you think that, then you don't know what football means, because you can have all the stars you want. We all saw it with the whole Galacticos thing. It's about having the right team, but most importantly, the manager. You have to have somebody who can manage the talent. That's what a manager is for. But my thing is that I think the key to PSG, yes, you need a good defense. Yes, you need good tactics. Yes, you need a good midfield. If Mbappe and Neymar can click, and if they can really form some sort of like an understanding, that could be the recipe for them getting that ass. I mean, do you all agree with that?
Yeah, I don't think that's enough. I think the Emery they seriously need I don't think it's enough because they need a lot of players. They need a CD. They need someone who can because they sold Matuidi. They don't have someone who will, I don't want to say he'll run, but they need someone who will do the tackles, because Thiago Motta will not cut it. They need someone to do the dirty work, the tackles.
I disagree. I think, honestly, personnel-wise, they arguably have the best squad in Europe. So it's not a matter of players. It's just the manager. That's the only thing.
Oh,
right?
no, it's a matter. It's a matter of players, because they need Thiago Motta. I mean, I've watched the guy 4 games right now. It's like he cannot. He's old. He cannot.
Compete. He's all right, man. No, Thiago Motta is all right.
Still
he's
good.
Old.
He's old, but he's still good. I don't know. Like,
but all right, okay. Let's mention all the top teams. Like you look at Bayern. They have someone with the muscles like Vidal, and then Real Madrid. They have Casemiro. Barcelona. They got Paulinho. Chelsea. They have Kante. What's the other team? PSG don't have someone who do the tough work. I mean, who's there?
Motta is that guy. I think Motta. I still think that he may not be. I think you really are underestimating how physical and how tough he is. Tom Motta knows how to get down and dirty, man. He's a thug.
He's the type. I'll tell you who Motta plays like. He plays like Busquets. Like you don't necessarily see his impact when you're watching the game, but between like the guy just reads he's more of a reader rather than a tackler. You know what I mean? He reads the game.
No. PSG's biggest beef, I think the biggest issue apart from Emery is the defense. I think Thiago Silva has been a little bit on the decline. Yes, Dani Alves is all right. I think it's become the younger defender. He's okay, but Kimpembe is trust him as your main defender, really.
Yeah, I think Kimpembe is starting.
But guys, let's be honest. Like at the end of the day, on paper, their squad is top 2 in the world. Like arguably better than Real Madrid.
That attack is sickness. That attack is disgusting. I mean,
and on the bench, you have
Cavani's crap. I don't care when anyone says Cavani's crap.
Cavani's good.
No, Judgment. Nah.
He's getting so much hate.
Last season, no, he's rubbish.
No, he's getting so much hate, but he's
bad.
His movement is
good. Bad, man.
No, he's good. I think he's getting so much hate. You cannot name me. There's only one striker better than Cavani, and that's Lewandowski. Lewandowski is only better than
What?
He's better than Cavani. Aguero is not better than Cavani. No,
right now that might
there's
be
so
true
much
right
hate for
now.
Cavani for some reason. He's
But
good.
Suarez at best is better than Cavani, definitely.
No. Well, I don't know why everyone's hating on Cavani. He's still good. He's a really good top player.
He's a wasteful striker. It takes him.
He's a top player. The man has scored it. I think in every game. I don't know what they want this man to do. I mean, he scored in every game.
No, I don't care.
He's doing his job.
It's not about how many you score. It's when you score them. The big games. He misses too many key chances. I'd rather a guy give me 10 key goals than 60 irrelevant goals.
No, but so did you see?
Are we forgetting how many chances he missed against Barcelona?
Yeah,
he scored.
Look,
he scored.
Even in that game, like,
he missed so many.
The thing that matters as a striker is how many goals you score. You can say you're clinical, all that. He's scoring top scorer League One for the past 3 years. He deserves.
Okay, Manny. Let me ask you this. Okay, Manny, let me ask you this. Would you, a guy scored 10 crucial goals or 50 just goals and most of them aren't really crucial? Which would you rather have?
I mean, 50 goals, because it's not that they're not. Listen, it's not that they're not crucial, right? It's especially in the league. If the goals help in the league or group stage of champions, it still adds up. It still makes it.
No. But still, I still. That's very true. But in my opinion, it's PSG. Those goals can get spread around. I would rather a striker can give me 10 key goals rather than 50 goals that are just all bumped into like a Champions League group game, a game against flipping Mets, a game against flipping like what's it called, Scunthorpe or something like that. I'd rather a guy say, you scored me that winner in that quarterfinal. You scored me that equalizer in the last minute to take us in through to the next round. You scored me a winner here. Those are the G's I need. And someone like an Aguero, a Cannibal, they give me winners. They give me key G's. And they put up about 30 or 25 G's a season. That's why Aguero, the Cannibal, Lewandowski, I'm putting them ahead of Cavani. I don't care what says. Even that guy from the road, what's it called? Harry Kane. Look, you can even argue Harry Kane and Aguero. You can make the argument. He's been completely garbage internationally, but club-wise, the guy's riding. So, but my thing is that, like, that's why I wanted to ask you guys that. Do you think Mbappe and Neymar can work this season? That's what I want to know. I need to.
That is a very dangerous partnership.
I think
that's not my question. I said, will it work, man?
I honestly think it's perfect because, like, it doesn't, because Mbappe is the kind of player that's willing to run in behind, right? He's willing to be, like, he doesn't have to be the playmaker. So he's not gonna try to overshadow Neymar. And on the other hand, Neymar can just enjoy his football and do whatever he wants on the pitch. And Mbappe will run in behind and score goals. It's similar to how, remember that season when Barca won the treble? That was the best season for Messi and Neymar because Neymar understood that he can just, like, Messi was the playmaker and Neymar scored a shit ton of goals running in behind. And I think Mbappe understands that. He's very intelligent and he's willing to do that. So they're definitely going to work together.
Yes, I agree. I agree with them too. One concern, though, is Draxler is being isolated. I saw like Draxler is being isolated. I don't know.
This man don't look. He doesn't.
He's being isolated. It's like I think with the point.
Look, he has to go. So man, look, I'm a big fan of Draxler, but I was looking at that match. He has to go. He has to move. He has to move.
No,
he left during summer.
4-3-2-1. That's my formation. Okay, when it's a 4-3-2-1, that's the formation.
Honestly, Draxler hasn't done anything at PSG ever since he's got 5 goals in a season. I mean, shocking. Lord. Lucas Moura has 12 goals in League One, and what we say,
look, that guy is on the record. Lucas Moura, basically, the issue with PSG. That's a very good point that Mane even brought up. Is that, look, guys, can we please have a meritocracy? The reason why Draxler will always get picked above Lucas Moura is because, hey, we bought him for so much money, he has to just play. Lucas Moura, I'm sorry, as Mane has just pointed out, he's far more efficient. He's got far more Gs. And Draxler, for me, is a very good player. I just don't think this is the right fit for him. That's just my view. And in my view, we roll with a 4-3-2-1. Okay? We have a 3 of what's it called? Mozza, Rabiot, Verratti. We'll be rolling with maybe even a Pastore. If we are rolling with a Pastore or Rabiot, you roll with 2 behind that clown, Cavani, Mbappe, and Neymar. But the issue is that Cavani is a clown. Let's quickly move on. I want to talk about Dembele's debut. Question: nobody can replace Neymar? That's impossible. How well do you think Dembele can do this season for Barcelona?
He's breastfeeding Suarez like he did with Obama. He's going to give him goals like tap-ins. Like Suarez is going to score a lot of tap-ins this season thanks to Dembele, because that's what he did to Obama. Like he'll get a lot of assists.
Wow. I mean, no, I'm because I never heard that analogy before. I'll just try to understand that analogy. Look, for me, I mean, this is what I was trying to say, but I think somebody asked me this question in the Q&A that, oh my gosh, Barcelona, are they on a decline? How are they going to cope? I said, look, Messi in Argentina is useless. Messi for Barcelona, never bank against him. I will never bet against Messi for Barcelona. Messi against Argentina, I'll bet all my money on that guy flopping, which he usually does. But Messi, club-wise, I'm sorry, I'll never bet against him. And you look at Dembele coming in, how Valverde has him playing. Guys, man, Barcelona will still ride this season. And Real Madrid, for some reason, decided to go and draw with Levante. I mean, I didn't even know that club still existed, Levante. I mean, I thought that club absolved. You know? So no. Like it's like I'm not even having a laugh. Like I thought that club absolved. So I didn't even know why they even still exist. So my thing is that Dembele is very talented. And this is what I said even when Barcelona bought him. He is not Neymar. He is young. Don't put pressure on him. Let him just enjoy himself. Let him enjoy his football. And if you do that, this guy is going to be very, very useful for Barcelona. Because again, this is what you're saying. You know what? When I looked at that G guy scored against the Cannibal, I think that at Dortmund, because everybody is so young, he's like, okay, look, I'm going to dribble, I'm going to shoot, dribble, shoot. But at Barcelona, because he knows of the heritage of the club, the players that are of the club, I think we're going to see a Dembele who is far more giving than one that we saw Dortmund, who was really very much dribble. Let me just get. You will still see the dribbling, but I think you will see far more crosses, far more passes, and far more chances created for Lionel Richie and the Cannibal for this. So look, guys, man, Barcelona, don't count them out. A treble is possible. King,
maybe.
I think they'll win something, maybe a Copa del Rey, but a treble.
So
I don't think
I can't see a treble.
Because do you know what? Look, I'm still not sure who will win La Liga, but you know what? The key thing is this: like this is what I saw in the Madrid Levante game. Madrid's first team is dynamite. First 11, they will crack open anybody. But how useful was Morata last season? He was very useful. And Karim Benzema, he's currently under review for the Break Academy because he's now
been under review for years.
The problem
with bad performance, I'm putting him in Class C. I'm putting him straight into Class C, but he's currently under review because he's reverting back to his uselessness. And my argument is this: Morata came off the bench a lot of times to save Real. So if there's no Morata to save, and you see what that Morata is now doing in the Premier League now, 3 goals in 4, should be 5 in 4. After everybody was insulting me, saying that he was overrated. Look at how he's now going to snap.
You said specifically he can't play as a lone striker.
Look, Mane, I said I vouch for Morata. Don't give me any of that rubbish, man. Look, I vouch for that guy. But my thing is that I think Real Barcelona, this is going to be a lot closer than what people think. That's what I believe. And but actually, look, we'll preview Champions League. We'll leave that till the end of the section. I want to talk about.
One more thing. One thing with I was really impressed by Barcelona, the way they reset Barcelona, Dembele's reception at Barcelona. Like that was really good. Like they clapped for the guy and everything. I wasn't expecting that. I was but that was good from like
Well,
Barcelona.
because they are desperate.
It's not Juju. It's not Real Madrid. They don't hate black players.
Whoa! Bloody hell! Damn! That's
Yeah.
racial. Okay. On that note, City, Man City, Liverpool.
Jesus Christ.
Guys, is Klopp a fraud?
No.
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 But
He's stupid.
He's overrated. He's overrated, but he's not fraud.
No, he's
Not
stupid.
fraud, no.
Why is he stupid?
Because he doesn't go. It's just the second season. The man doesn't have a defense. Doesn't have like it's the same problem. It's like he doesn't have a defense. He should have sold Coutinho, bought more defenders, and it's like he's making the same mistakes. The man walks the city. He has everything figured out, and it's like you're making the same mistakes that you did. You don't have a defense, and what's the other thing? And you need what's the plan B now that Mane is out? I mean, I don't know what the club is thinking. I don't know if
No.
have
Listen,
any money.
what I've said before is that I'm like, because I was talking to some German guys in the forum, and they were basically insulting me. They said that I need to give Klopp a lot more respect, and I'm not actually appreciating Klopp's tactics and what he does. Klopp doesn't have a plan B. And as Juju Man was saying is that this man doesn't understand a defense. I don't care whether you go a man down. You have no business conceding 4 Gs because you're a man down. Sorry.
Sometimes it's even an advantage to have one man down.
Juju Man, how many times have we seen matches where 11 find it hard to play against 10 men? How many times have we seen that?
So many. Yeah.
So my thing is that this is going to be a very close Premier League season, but for me, Liverpool, they're not sniffing a Premier League title. They're not sniffing because you can have as good as an attack as you have, and Sadio Mane he's the best at attack. He's the best player in the Premier League. I don't care what anyone says. Forget Hazard. Forget that guy.
Over Alexis?
Yes. Now, look, wait, King, have you seen Alexis's Instagram pics? Sorry, that guy.
What's that got to do with anything?
King, that guy's. I look that guy's Instagram pics. I think that guy is suffering from emotional abuse. So I don't know what's happening with that guy. So my thing is that he's the best player in the Premier League right now. I don't care about Hazard or any of those people. But my issue is that you cannot win it without a defense. You can't. Mm-hmm. You can't. It doesn't make any sense. And even City have a similar issue, but the thing with City is that
we're not going to win it. I don't think we're going to win it. I think it's
Osman, let me explain why you're going to win.
It's so negative always. I mean,
let me explain why you're going to win. Two reasons. Because City should have the same issues as Liverpool, but the reason why they do not is Pep's teams focus on keeping the ball. They are very attacking, but their focus is on keeping the ball and moving the ball around. Klopp's teams aren't focused on keeping the ball and moving the ball around. It's about always moving forward and being very aggressive and doing a lot of running. Hence why I was watching a bit of Pep's press conference, and he was saying that we had to stop them running. We had to stop them running. And Klopp's teams do a lot of running. Pep's teams, it's about how can we create chances by moving the ball around, by passing the ball. Hence why he's doing things like pass. But obviously, this City team passes a lot more frenetically and at a higher pace than his Bayern and his Barcelona team. But because of his focus on keeping the ball, that means that his defense have less defending to do. And Gabriel Jesus, for me, that guy is a flipping beast. So if you have a fit Gabriel Jesus, and he's seeing how much City have improved, guys, City are the team to beat.
Yeah. And why was there a debate about the red card? I mean, it's the straight red.
It's a red card. I don't know why people are trying to defend.
Exactly. Yeah, I don't know what.
Let's talk about this. Who thinks it shouldn't have been a red card?
No one, but I understand the argument for it, but
there's no argument.
It was a day. Stands up very dangerous.
Yeah, his foot was above his own head.
No.
It's a basic rule.
My thing is this is that look. When you're a referee, you're not, let's say, punishing someone based off, okay, what was your intention? Let's say, you know what, I'm not going to book it because your intent was that you were not trying to injure him. How many players, apart from if you're flipping Shawcross or Neil Reza or Roddock or some guy from the flipping road, do you actually try and injure somebody? Sadio Mane is a flair player. Flair players are not dangerous players. You know, so Mane was just trying to get the ball. He was late and he caught him. It was a mistake, but the thing is that you have a gamble. In that position, you're a gamble. Mane could have been an inch-second quicker, nipped the ball past Edison, and then he's thrown goal and he puts it in an empty net. But he gambled, the gamble failed, that's the result.
Yeah. So, and it's, you know, if he had his, because I think the main reason is probably because he had his stance facing, like his stance facing like down.
His face,
he had his straight in his face, and I was like, that is way dangerous. That's a red card. Like it's because if he had it down, it would have been no problem because it probably just collision.
And he made contact as well.
Yeah,
which is, it's crazy, man. It deserved red.
No, but basically, like for me, I don't like guys. When you look at what guys like Gary Neville and Gary Lineker were saying, and Sam Conman, they're saying like, oh, it's ridiculous, it's a foul. So let's say because they were saying no, it was not a foul. So if I'm a referee and I see a guy make contact with someone's head, and that person has to be stretched off, I'm not going to just give the guy a yellow card.
Yeah.
I mean, how do I justify that?
Think about that injury like that, especially to the head. That could be a career-ending injury.
Yeah.
Which is why, like, first of all, the whole point of how we give cards and punishments is that, look, we try to, which is what King was saying, we try to avoid stuff like this head injuries. In that scenario, you have to be quicker or you face the punishment. Because in that scenario, you must know that, you know what, chances are I may not get this ball. I may get this ball, but it is more likely that I will not get this ball. It is far likelier that the keeper will get there before me than I will. Based off, because the keeper just has an advantage in that situation. We've seen it so many times before that more times than not, the keeper gets there first. Yeah. So it's like, in our view, obviously, it's adrenaline. You're in the motion. You're always going to go for it. But I think at the end of the day, you have to have a scenario where you get there before the keeper gets there for you. You have to because, and if you don't, this is what King was saying, my gosh, that's a head injury. It's a kick to the head. And some clown said, oh, this is a contact sport. No, it's not.
Yeah, and also, if that happened anywhere else on the pitch, it would have been a red.
Even in rugby, that wouldn't be allowed.
Yes. He would have broken his neck. He was serious.
Like, worst case scenario, he could have died. That's the worst case scenario.
Yeah.
No. Very. Look at what happened to Czech.
Mm-hmm.
You know, he had to have like surgery, and now he has to wear that thing over his head. You know, so
and John Moss was following the rule books as well. So if he didn't give that, he may have been in trouble with his employers.
And if that isn't a red card, I mean, what is a red card? What do you have to do to get?
You have to basically kill someone, basically.
Mm-hmm.
like commit homicide.
You have to do a Suarez, basically.
Okay, wait, look, very quickly, because this is an issue I was having with some guys online. Let's talk about, Ancelotti and Bayern. Is it a downgrade from Pep? Yes
Definitely.
or
no? Massive downgrade.
Whoa. Massive downgrade. Excuse me?
Massive downgrade. Carlo Ancelotti does not suit Bayern at all.
Yes, Italian Lucho Enriquez. And man manager holding hands. That's all he does. He doesn't tactically. That's why. How can you lose? Come back. Liverpool came back from 3-0 in halftime, Champions League final, and you had the better team. I mean, it's
no. My gosh, wait, man. Wait, how old are you? Are you still? You're like an old fogey. You're still holding that against him.
It's a testament to his coaching style.
That's what you call a bloody grumpy old man. That happened like bloody in the last millennium or something.
Yeah, it's both with Ancelotti. It's both. Finally they had some balls to get them out. It's like he didn't fit the system, but it's not. I'm not being harsh on Ancelotti. It's the team also needs. They need to clean out a lot of players. They need to get rid of Ribery, Robben. They need to get Martinez, Rafinha. All these average players need to be removed, and Coleman, all these average players out, and they need to get proper teams.
Ancelotti, his purchases have been so poor. He still hasn't bought a defensive midfielder to replace Xabi Alonso.
But the team
and
doesn't
he gives
have
his players too many freedom.
Yeah, but the team doesn't have money though. It's like they were discussing 50 million for Alexis Sanchez. I mean, these guys, you can't survive. You can't survive.
Yeah.
The only way they're surviving is getting the best talents out of Germany before everyone realizes them, because they cannot compete financially. They cannot compete. They have to get the best talents before everyone notices the talents. That's the only way. Because
Ancelotti gives his players too much freedom, and that's why it's always costly in the Champions League. Because if you play with too much freedom, then you can get counter easy.
And it is squad rotation. The man doesn't. If he finds his sweet starting 11, it doesn't change unless someone gets injured.
No. For me, I think that, look, guys. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong. He won the Bundesliga last season. Yes.
That's not an accomplishment.
Okay,
you're the
easy.
You're the one that said Pep Guardiola winning.
Wait, easy. Look, first of all, let me land. He won the Bundesliga season. Yeah, so last season he won. It's good. Champions League, we all know what happened with the referee.
No.
It's like
that's not
Real Madrid,
in my view. The Real Madrid, the only game that Madrid had, which was like a 50-50 game, was that game against Bayern.
No, it wasn't 50. The Real Madrid deserved to go through. They deserved to go through.
Real Madrid were not easily the so you guys are going to forget how Bayern were really dominating that game at the Bernabeu? Come on.
No. Overall, Real Madrid still deserved.
Wait, guys. At best, I will give you 55-45.
At the first half, Madrid had like 10 chances. End of first half, Madrid had like 5 clear chances. They could have scored 5 at the end of that first half.
Neuer saved them in the first leg.
Wait. My whole point is that can we please give me a second season? Like, I'm hearing guys already calling for a sack. I mean,
they should have got rid of him last year. He should have gotten rid of him last year. Like this, they did.
No, it's too early, man. Let the guy have a second season.
Too early. It's not too early. I almost quit watching football because of Bayern last season. They were playing so bad.
Jesus Christ.
They were playing so bad and winning games, and I was like, "This is football."
It's only a limited availability of one of the best coaches in modern times. Lucho Enrique is not going to be available. Chelsea, it's at Conte.
Like, man, you have serious issues. You have very serious issues. Like, you need to get committed into rehab or something.
With the Ancelotti, I don't think Bayern are playing well. The only 3 games last season I remember Bayern playing well was the Leipzig game, and I think the Dortmund game they won 4-1 or something, and the Madrid game at the Bernabeu. Apart from that, the rest of the season it was bad. Like Bayern won because of their talent. I mean, they were getting out played, and they won because of their talent. Now
individuals
won individual talents. It's like now
they didn't really have tactics.
Can you imagine being Lewandowski, being surrounded by a lot of trash, like with Robben and Ribery? They do nothing. I mean, they don't even support the guy. It's like they've been playing. They need to get rid of Ancelotti and get new players. That's what they need to do, because you cannot go on like that.
I mean, no. Basically, look, for me, in my view is that I just say, guys, relax, chill. Let's give the guy a few, because like I'm a big Ancelotti fan. He ain't no Mourinho, but not many people are a Mourinho. But just give him a chance. And I think, look, this is why I said, look, let's talk about the Champions League now, because I believe that, like, Bayern PSG, I want to see that game. Like, because I think Bayern PSG, for me, that's going to be a very interesting game. I think for Ancelotti, he knows that he's under pressure now. And I think that he now knows that, look, man, I need to figure this stuff out. This is probably the most pressure he's possibly been under. So I think first season is sort of a grace period. And I think because he won the Bundesliga, like, you know what, fine, you give us a trophy. Even if it's a trophy that we pretty much win every season, it's fine. It's a trophy is a trophy. But I think coming into this, especially in the Champions League, look, it's now the microscope is now on him. So I want to give it to the panel. Who guys do you think are the clear favorites in this Champions League?
I think there has to be one English team that will be.
Look, guys, I'm looking at United though. I'm looking at United. Liverpool, dark horses, United.
I don't know. Liverpool are not doing anything. It's
United.
I was thinking more Chelsea or.
Guys, you know what? Like, guys, I think Man City are going to be very, very dangerous.
Thank you.
Man, we're not good enough. Have you seen our defense?
They
still have Otamendi.
Sammy,
we are one of the worst central defenders in Europe.
No, Osman, I never said that you're going to collect that trophy. I said that you're going to be dangerous. Hence why that defense will probably eventually get exposed. But my thing is that, look, man, I mean, it's, guys, there are a lot of teams, man, because I think Dortmund are an outside team. We already know, but and also the Portuguese teams, man, like your Benfica people, they always do a little thing on the side. So they're, because that's why I was looking at those groups, man, and there's a lot of interesting groups. Like Mourinho has used his juju again to give United a very easy group. I don't know how this guy keeps on using the same witch doctor.
Did you say Dortmund are a good team? I mean,
I said outsiders, man. Pulisic, Aubameyang, they still have a few guys. Like, look, without Tuchel and Dembele leaving, that's huge, massive losses. But they still have a very good Weigl, flipping, Pulisic, Aubameyang, Castro, Royce. They still have guys. They still have guys.
It's a decent team. Madrid have no business. Madrid need to collect all points. The only team that I worry about is maybe Spurs because they have a good coach. But Dortmund should be 6 points. Well, three each. That should be straightforward games. If these guys are the European champions, they should be straight game. And maybe I'm not sure about Tottenham, but Tottenham and Bernabeu.
No, they're not. They're not doing anything in this thing. They're not doing anything.
Tottenham are going to finish second in that group ahead of Dortmund.
So how well do you think PSG will do?
No, they're going to flop. They're going to quarterfinals.
Semi-finals. Emery, that guy is like, they should be. I saw the whole team.
I said semi. They're not winning it. Semi.
Yeah, semi.
They don't have the quarterfinals.
They have the quality.
Useless, man.
Nah, their midfield is still garbage.
No, guys, I'm being serious, man. I need, and they need to sack Emery, please. They need to sack him.
And bring in who? Wenger.
There's only one option.
Mourinho.
Because that's
Mourinho's not leaving
Why would
United.
Mourinho leave Man United?
I don't care. Make it happen.
Why would he leave Man United? There's no reason for him to leave.
King, I don't care about how it happens, just so long as it happens. Because look, this is my argument for Mourinho. Is like this is with PSG. Whenever you have really talented players, especially talented attacking players, you need a dictator. You need an authoritarian, which is why a guy like, look, guys, hear me out. Chill.
He would never leave United for PSG.
He'd ruined half of the talent there.
He'll drain all the talent.
Drain half of the talent.
No, guys, he won't. Trust me, because he will tell Neymar, look, guys, this is how we play. This is how we win. You can use your talents, but use your talents for good and not evil. Mourinho goes to PSG treble. Easy treble. Treble.
He would restrict, mate. I tell you,
the players would leave. The players would leave eventually.
Yeah.
He wouldn't.
He would turn them to long balls. Like they're going to kick long balls.
He would restrict Neymar.
He would play Neymar at right wing back.
Easy treble.
Nah. I think your bias is getting to your head.
Ancelotti would suit PSG more.
He would never leave United for PSG. It doesn't make sense.
Okay, let's talk about the team. Okay, let me throw out Real Madrid. A three-peat?
They should be. They're favorites.
I hope not.
The second time, but
it's never happening. I mean,
they should happen.
Wait. Benty was the one that opened their mouth and said they wouldn't retain their trophy. So you're the last guy I want to listen to about anything. So
I mean, it's a
Look,
possibility.
look at. I said it before. A three-peat would be embarrassing. Like that would be stupid. Literally, it would actually literally be the dumbest thing I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah.
So you are saying that you guys are all saying there's no chance they will three-peat.
Zero.
There is a chance. 90% chance they should.
It all depends which draws they buy this time.
They will, and I'm sure they will. They should do it again.
No,
They have the best team by a mile.
As they're not doing it. I mean, if they can't do it, I mean, this is embarrassing now. You can't let the team just walk three times.
What team apart from Bayern have a chance of beating Real Madrid on a two-leg affair?
I still think Barcelona with Dembele. Barcelona, because
Barcelona
guys
don't really have.
No. But also, my thing is that look at that Barcelona Real Madrid game again. Forget the scoreline. Look at the games, home and away, and this was without Dembele. Barcelona created a lot of chances, but when you've got flipping roadmen like Denis Suarez and then flipping De La Feu, well, those guys, they messed up a lot of those very good opportunities.
Do you know what?
You replace those clowns with a Dembele. You have a team that can beat Real Madrid over two legs.
No, but Barcelona rely on possession most of the time, and Real Madrid can keep the ball better than Barca. Real Madrid can keep the
No, trust me. Watching them, they are far more attacking than they've been.
Do you know what? With Barcelona, it's not me hating. I feel like you cannot win at their Camp Nou because the referees is always the referee is always on their side. I feel like it's impossible to win there because I mean Suarez dives on a regular basis, and this man has never been and the man has never been suspended. He dives like, and everyone knows he dives, and nothing happens to this man. I feel like you can never win in that Camp Nou.
It's crazy.
The referees are always with Barcelona. I don't know if they pay referees or something.
So basically, okay, look. So let's do this then. Out of 10, and this is the chances that you think this team will win the Champions League. So out of 10 for Real Madrid, I'm going to say 8.5. Or the chances of winning the Champions League. Mane,
that's high.
I'm really extending this 6. I'll give him a 6. That's a little bit fair.
6?
Yeah, 6.
Wow. Okay, Juju man, what about you? Don't say 0.
I'll say okay, 0.5 because they cannot let Madrid. If they let Madrid win, this will be a joke. If they let this guy win again.
No. If Real win it again, they have to cancel the competition next season. They have to. King, out of 10, Real Madrid chances.
I'd say probably a 7. I see some dodgy refereeing decisions here and there to prevent them from winning.
Yeah,
I don't think UEFA will allow them to win.
Exactly. Did you realize?
UEFA won't do it.
Yeah. Did you realize against Juventus they were like the referee was awarding you? I mean, was giving if it was a 50-50 chance it was going to in Juve's favor. Like I don't think they won't. If Madrid do it, this will be this will be the biggest achievement in football history because it's like the UEFA will
kills the appeal of Champions League.
Okay. Let's go to Osman. What about you? Out of 10, Real Madrid's chance of winning the Champions League out of 10. Okay, he's not there. Barcelona, out of 10, I'm gonna say 7 for Barcelona. So what about you? So Mane, out of 10 for Barcelona to win the Champions League.
6.
So same as Real.
Okay. Yes.
All right, Juju man.
I would say 2. I don't think it's the. I don't think with Barcelona. I don't think they do it. I'll go with either Juventus or a team in English.
Okay, we'll get to those guys. What? Juve into winning it, by the way. So
they flipped 2 finals in the past 3 years.
Wait, King, what about you? Out of 10 for Barcelona, chances?
5.
Wow, man, you guys are really all right. So okay, let's look at Bayern Munich then. Out of 10, I'm gonna say 8. I'm gonna say 8.
8? No, that's too much.
Okay, Mane, what about you? Bayern Munich, the chances of winning it.
I'll give him a 4.
Juju man.
I'll go with 7. I think you can't go worse than this, please. It's a 7. You can't go worse than this.
All right then, King.
That's a 4.
Wow.
Because it's usually the teams that it goes
They
like this
all-
every season. Every season, the teams that usually start like all right and peak at a lot around February, March, April usually win. But the teams that start high right now, like they are
Yeah.
it's not good. They're not going to win. That's why I don't
Yeah.
Madrid. I don't know how they're going to win. But no, they're losing now. I mean, that's good. That's good. It's like,
All right. Okay. So, King, what about so? Wait, did you say? Did he give you a score?
Yeah, I said 4.
All right.
Yeah.
So Osman, Bayern Munich, out of 10, their chances of winning it.
6.5. I think they have a decent chance, but I think they're gonna be exposed eventually by Barca or Real.
All right. Okay. Let's say Juventus. I'm gonna say 6 for Juventus. I just don't think. I mean, I can't go higher than a 6. Mane,
1.2.
Jesus, Juju man.
same as Bayern. I'll give them a 7 because they robbed Douglas Costa. That was a great purchase. I mean, they robbed Bayern with that one because I still think Costa is good and Matuidi too. That was a great purchase. 7. The keeper Buffon is weak.
What was King?
That's a 1.
1.
They are not
Yeah.
winning it.
Yeah,
You
they're not-
flopped 2 times out of 3.
They're still doing it.
No.
Give them a chance.
Look, I have some respect. Man. Have some respect.
You get lubricated in a final.
I agree.
In a final.
Look, man, that's
No,
look,
you're not
lack of
winning it. You
respect,
don't
lack of-
deserve. Look, they should be excommunicated. If they
Give me a score, Jared.
0.7. They're not
Yeah.
winning them. They have no chance.
they're not winning
Guys,
it.
man, I mean,
Fact.
don't you know that
Facts.
that's your Juve fans bloody?
No. I
Nah,
swear, if
Juve have no
Juventus get
chance.
to the final, I'll tell you, if Juventus get to the final and lose again, they should be excommunicated from all Champions League games.
What about Atletico?
No, they need to end their club, man. They should not be allowed in football again.
Let's right. Okay. Man City. I'm gonna say 7.5 for Man City. Mane.
I'll give him a 7.
Juju man.
Well, I'll go with that. 5.
King.
6.
Okay. Osman.
1.5. We have no chance.
Nah,
We are
You
not
are
going
the
to win
worst.
this. We are not going to win. We have too many problems. Too many problems that no one
Have a
sees.
little faith.
Yeah.
Have hope, man. Have hope. Okay.
I'll try. I'll go back to one statement I forgot to say about the Juventus.
We will.
I'll take their bills. Buffon, I think he's a weak. He's finished. They need to get a goalkeeper with a better. His reaction time is slow. He can have all the experience and the knowledge, but
No. Look, Buffon is
the
old.
reaction
I don't care when anyone says we need to stop thinking that we are in 1998 or 2006. Buffon is old.
Yeah, he's done.
Let's stop saying, "Oh my gosh, he's a legend. Let's give him the Ballon d'Or." He's old. He's a legend. He's a legend of the game. He's amazing. He's incredible. He has had a stupendous career. As of 2017 September, he is old. Too old.
Yeah.
That's just a fact.
Yeah, because in that final could have stopped too. But his reaction time is slow.
Even
Very slow.
Even Rakitic scored against him. I mean, that just sums up.
Okay, guys. Let's the big one, PSG. Now, I'm gonna say, I'll say 7 for PSG because I don't trust Emery. Mane.
Yeah, I'll give him 7 too. Level with City.
Juju man.
5.
5.
Emery needs a blueprint in this thing. When you see this, it looks like a bunch of guys taking the ball and going out to play. There's you can't tell Emery Emery has coached that team. He needs to, but it's too early to judge. But I need to see Emery was here. He needs either to. It's too this guys are just doing it. They look like they don't have a coach. It's like, this guys are just scoring and that's it.
All right. Okay, so King. What about you? Give me
That's an 8. That's a strong 8.
8. Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
that talent.
Osman.
5.
Five?
It looks like, 5, man. They look like a bunch of players just playing how they want to play.
And you know what?
They'll be
you know
stopped
what?
by Mourinho.
I've watched all the games in PSG's game, and the scores really. You would think that these guys are playing well, but it's been controversial. Like the scores,
Neymar is trying too hard. Neymar is trying too hard in that
He's
team.
trying too hard, and it's been too like this like the games have been so close, but like PSG have gotten one favor or something that has gone their way, and the whole score doesn't reflect what the game was.
All right, okay.
This game, I won't be shocked if they tie or lose on.
Let me throw out. This is for me. This is my wild card team. I think these guys are my official dark horses. So, how far do we? So let's give an out of 10 for carrier bag. I'm saying 7. Carrier bag.
Huh?
Carrier bag.
From where? From what planet?
I don't I don't know where they're from. Like all I know is that there's a team called Carabag, and I call them Carrier Bag. I think it's Q-A-R-A.
From where?
I don't know where they're from.
This will be silly at 9.5. How about that?
Forget those guys. So, let's be so the. Correct me if I'm wrong. So the fixture for the week, I suppose, is Juve, Barcelona, or am I forgetting another one?
Who wants to watch that? I mean, Juventus again. I mean, this is becoming a bit boring. Juventus.
Yeah, I had high hopes for Juventus, but they're just disappointment upon disappointment. I mean,
like, do you know? I refuse to do a hangout after that Champions League final, like, because guys are saying like, oh, why did you do a hangout? I was like, first of all, I'm not going to do a hangout where Christina scored 2 Gs. That's not happening. So,
oh man, do you know he's facing Madrid? Are facing what's the team? Apoel or something? And I pity them because I think Cristiano's hungry. He needs the goals. He's not played for a while. And
he was suspended.
It's unfortunate for Apoel because I think they need to pack the Barca Sunday because Cristiano is going to score. He's hungry. He's not. Imagine not playing for all these games. I mean, since international, almost a week.
Yeah, no.
He wants to score.
He could get two or three, man. He could get 2 or 3 against those guys. I mean, to be honest, for me, I mean, Juve Barcelona will be weird though. But for me, I think that'll be a very good game. But for me, I think Barcelona, they're still better. They're still better than them. I think for Juve, Dani Alves, it was a big loss. I like Matuidi. I like how they got Matuidi, and Costa. I don't basically for Bayern Munich. I don't get how you take away Sanchez and especially Costa, because Costa, I just don't get it. He's good. I mean, is it? Am I seeing things or something? Costa,
those are the 2 most baffling chances I've ever seen.
Yeah, and it's because you know what? It's because before that Madrid, people say he disappeared against Madrid, but before that Madrid game, the guy had an injury. He had something with his ankle, and I saw he rushed back, and no one mentioned it. But the guy rushed back so that he can play and disappeared, and everyone got rid of him. And also, when Ancelotti was the beginning of the season last year, it was bad time, and I think he was asking a contract or something like that. It was something negative. I think that's why they got rid of him. But it was a foolish decision. I don't know who made that decision, but that was not a good decision. I don't know what happened. That was not a good decision because they were robbed. They've lost they've lost almost between Kroos and Costa. Bayern have lost almost 100 million on selling good players. They've lost over 100 million on those
I mean,
players.
we live in a world where Renato Sanchez plays for Swansea. Come on.
Look, like that's. I mean, how do you go from a Euro final to playing for? I mean, I suppose. Well, Adrian Silva, he was in the squad though, and he's going to be playing for Leicester City. So
I told you guys, it's the new money coming in. Nobody can compete. Football has changed incredibly. The whole dynamic. The traditional giants are now like almost mid-table teams. I mean, in a few years, it's not gonna be even funny. Some of these teams are gonna be outbidding these big clubs, it's gonna be. You'll see.
No, look, it's crazy, man. It is crazy.
Like right now, even Everton can outbid Juventus on every player, every single player. Everton can bid higher than them if they wanted to. That just shows you Juventus are this suppose Italy's peak, and Everton can play with them easily. I mean, it just shows.
Yeah, it's. I mean, but yeah, no, it is. It's definitely changing, and I kept on reminding people, Abramovich. That's where it started, and once Abramovich came in, I told people that this is the beginning of something very effed up.
And with the team that complained, like this, people don't realize the PSG president almost spent $500 million on 2 players. That is, that's ridiculous.
I defend him.
Where cheapskate Wenger almost spent 92 million. Cheapskate Wenger almost spent 92 million on a player who's only a couple years older than me. What? Lamar is not worth 92 million.
I don't get why.
Look, Wenger was just trolling, man. He was trolling. He wasn't being serious.
92 million, but you can't spend £1 for Salah.
Guys, I will see you guys Wednesday after Dembele. I'll see you guys Wednesday. All right, peace.